What is up, everybody? Welcome back to From the Crypt, the show where Derek and I discuss all manner of things, including movies and music and franchises and video games from time to time. We need to do that again, by the way. We need to talk about some games at some point, because I think we're slacking on some games, but
yeah,
it's okay. It's okay, because we originally decided when we first started this channel, we were only going to do movies and music, but the gamers in us decided we needed to do some game shit, and that is perfectly fine. So, every now and then we do a little Salt Bay of video games, you know what I'm saying? And try to break it up a little bit, but...
If I ever get time to play any games, I would gladly talk about them,
Yeah.
but I still haven't even played fucking shit.
Yeah, that's fair. No, that's fair. I've been doing my best to get into WoW just because the new expansion's out and whatnot, and I have been enjoying it. It's been fun, but I will say, between moving into where I'm moving in now, or where I'm living now, and watching two babies, and literally everything else in life, playing video games is not as easy and accessible.
100%.
But that's okay. Life is good. I'm enjoying life quite a bit. Obviously, nothing's perfect, but I'm living, man. I'm living. Everything's going well. We'll get back into some video games at some point. Don't you worry. We'll have to do an episode about Elden Ring or something with Toby.
Yeah, we actually should do one, because even though we haven't, beat it, I feel we've logged in more than enough time to be able to talk educated about Elden Ring.
some positives, some negatives, and everything between. I'm sure we could figure something out, especially first impressions compared to current impressions, because I know yours drastically changed and mine also drastically changed. So it'd be cool to talk about.
Yeah, no, 100%. Spoiler alert: Questlog is still my number one fucking thing that game needs.
Yeah, I mean, I like the subtlety of it, but I feel like if your game is going to have so much shit in it, like so much, and mainly I'm referring to items, because there are so many fucking items in the game I cannot keep track of a fourth of them. Having to ask Toby every single time I get a new item, hey, what do I use this for? And even Toby's like, you know what? I don't know. That's a lot, you know? So,
and Toby, I'll go ahead and crap on him for this one thing, because when he was fighting Moog, he may have forgotten about this, but I just looked stuff up to try and help him, considering how much he helps us.
Yeah.
And I could be mixing up my stuff, but there was a tier that you get to combine in your physic that negates Moog's rot damage that he does. And yeah, Toby didn't know about that.
Well, that's the thing. There's so much.
There's so much.
There's a lot. So anyway, my point was building on your thing with the quest log is if you have that many things in your game, at least give us a quest log, for fuck's sake. So I have an active regimen of what I'm supposed to do, where I'm supposed to, maybe not even where I'm supposed to go, just like Breath of the Wild style or Tears of the Kingdom, where it tells you what the quest is and it gives you the dialogue from the quest. And you just have to go fucking do it, you know? I think it does give you a little pinpoint marker, but it doesn't really give you anything other than that. And
if that.
Yeah, and Elden Ring, I think, could do with something like that. Something the same as Tears of the Kingdom, where it just says, yeah, this is the quest you have. It's in this area. Figure it out. You know what I mean?
There's so many quests that I've royally screwed up that because I didn't know that progressing a certain thing, because I didn't know that I had started a quest by talking to somebody.
Oh, yeah.
And yeah, by the time you advance, a lot of those quests just get screwed. So
yeah.
that is still my biggest complaint about the game is no quest log.
Yeah.
Which we'll talk about at a later time.
Yeah, we'll talk about that. We'll talk pretty in depth about Elden Ring. We need Toby here for that.
Yeah, I would say we'll make him do all the talking, lay down all the story and everything like that, and we'll just stuff's done.
Exactly. But one way or another, other than that, I know you said you haven't been playing anything. WoW's been fun. The new expansion's been fun. Been trying to play with my buddy Skylar, but he's also got kids and he's got a bunch of other stuff that he's been doing. He's been out of town this weekend, so have been playing by myself for the most part. Every now and then he'll jump on, and it's been a good time. I think they did pretty well this expansion so far, and they actually added some pretty high stakes as opposed to what we got in Dragonflight, which kind of pepper, like it disguised itself as high stakes, but none of the stakes were really that high until the very end. And those stakes were really only that high because of this expansion coming out. So now we're seeing the fruit of that, you know. So I think that's what was missing from the last expansion. Dragonflight was cool, and it fixed a lot of things within the game that just absolutely needed to be fixed and should have been fixed years and years ago, but they just never were. And
as a Destiny fan, I understand. Well, former Destiny fan, I still haven't even played Final Shape. I understand exactly what you just said right there.
Yeah. They need even the devs were like, they were like, yeah, we know, like this should have been fixed a long time ago. We dropped the ball like that. I've watched interviews where they've talked about this, and I'm like, well, why didn't we do that? You know, and they always say that their philosophy before was just to hold their ground on a lot of stuff, and they realize now that was just a mistake. There was just a bunch of stuff that they could have kind of eased back on and been like, oh shit, the fans don't really want this. Well, let's take it out. I know it sucks because we worked on it, but if the fans don't like it, there's no point in it being here, you know? Because the whole point is your fans playing the game. And if they're not wanting to play the game, you're not doing it right. And that's just really the only philosophy you should have going into making games is like, if the people you're trying to get to play your game don't want to play your game, listen to them. Like, hey, this doesn't make any sense. We don't like this. Do something about it, instead of like, oh, well, we put the time and energy and effort into making this thing for this game, and you're just going to have to play it until the next expansion, and then we'll do something different. And that's just not a very good philosophy, I think. But
no, not at all.
Yeah, so anyway, I think that they've learned a lot. I will say that. I try not to give Blizzard a whole lot of credit because they have done me fucking dirty in the past, and we're still healing from all those wounds, I think. But I will give them credit where credit is due, and I think that this expansion has been leaps and bounds into the future, into the present. Like it's caught up with things finally, you know, like it's gotten to the point where it needed to be 4 expansions ago, you know what I mean? So
yeah,
that's good, I guess. It's progress, but hopefully they continue on this trajectory, and we'll just be seeing nothing but good stuff from here on out. So that's cool. And like I said, the stakes seem pretty high. They did some pretty fucking crazy shit like several minutes into the opening act of the game, so that was pretty cool. I won't talk spoilers on here, but if anybody is subbed on my Rustbeard channel, go check that out. I did a stream of it, and I talked about it a little bit. But it's pretty nuts. I will say that. And it's not sugarcoating, it's not faking, it's not telling you these are the stakes, it's showing you, hey, we're doing this. So figure it out. And that's nuts. I think that's impactful, and that makes somebody that enjoys story in a game, that makes me be like, oh fuck, okay, they're serious. Oh shit. Oh, they pressed the red button. All right, cool. And I like that shit. I eat that shit up, you know. But
yeah.
Anyway, other than that, been watching a lot of Friday the 13th. Been watching. I've been trying to get. I think we talked about this last time. I've been trying to get my girlfriend to watch the MCU movies, and or maybe I was talking to Peyton about it. I can't remember, but
Captain America.
Yeah, we're on Iron Man 2 now, so
moved up a little bit.
We've moved up a couple movies. I did end up skipping Captain Marvel, so technically we're only up 2 movies, but we're still making progress. I realized at one point that like Captain Marvel is so much of a plot hole that you can plop her movie into wherever you want it, and you're still gonna get you're still gonna understand. You're not really missing any of the Avengers movies other than her massive plot hole in the fucking Endgame, obviously, but that's a whole different argument for a different time. We got to talk about the MCU again, with no technical difficulties, preferably, but
yeah,
we'll get there. Anyway, so yeah, we're on Iron Man 2. We always start them late as fuck for some reason, even though we know better. So we'll get like halfway through a movie, and then either she's super tired or I'm super tired. And we're like, hey, yeah, I'm losing it. I'm losing the fight. We need to go to sleep. We'll finish this tomorrow or something. So we're going to hopefully finish Iron Man 2 tonight. And then I think after that in the timeline is The Incredible Hulk. So
I think so, yeah. I don't have the whole timeline pulled up in front of me.
I think we got the Hulk, and then The Incredible Hulk, and then we have Thor 1. and then I think the Avengers after that.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
So, fun stuff. Yeah, other than that, not really been up to anything other than moving in. I finally got Black Phillip hanged up, and my flail and my one of my machetes. I got all 7 of my pop figures on display. My map of Middle Earth.
Yeah, at least you don't have a gigantic dong hanging up in the background. That could have been a colossal mistake.
Oh, you mean this one? Dude, this is funny because and I think I could talk about this, but one of the little ones came in here the other day.
Oh God!
I wasn't in here.
Oh God!
I wasn't in here. I was coming from their room because I had the baby, and I was carrying him in here, and she was walking out of the room with this in one arm. Right, this is a giant dick stuffed animal.
Long dong silvers. Yeah.
She had the pizza slice for my Cthulhu, for our Cosmic Pizza thing, and then she was wearing one of her mom's pairs of high heels, like shoes, or big like work shoes, but they had the heels on them or whatever. And she had these big ass sunglasses on because I think they were also her mom's. So she's looking fly as hell, just absolutely swagged out with a big black pecker stuffed animal and a pizza slice. She's almost 3, by the way. She's tiny. So it was funny as fuck watching her walk through the house, completely swagged out, just ready to kick the world in. She had no idea what it is, by the way. Obviously, she has no fucking clue what it is. She just sees a stuffed animal. That's all it is. You know what I mean? And she was just living her best life. I'm like, all right, we're gonna take these and we're gonna put those back. Thank you. We're gonna put those back before your mom sees you walking around with a stuffed penis and whoops my ass with it. But
ain't the only thing she's gonna do to your ass with it,
dude. It was super fucking funny. It was super funny. No, her mom would have laughed at it. It would have been pretty funny, but
yeah.
Anyway, enough about me. What have you been up to? How have you been? What you been watching? What you been doing? Playing, listening to, whatever.
Oh God. Karen and I have been watching Modern Family, which is, my God, like, we're in season 2 right now, and I forgot how funny that show is. It's so hilarious. Especially, like, there's like a 3-episode, like, run in season 2 where one of us was crying, laughing each freaking episode. What have I been listening to? Left to Suffer's new album. Listened to that a lot this past week. And then Oceano's album dropped Friday, and I've already listened to that like 4 times.
Yeah, I started listening to that yesterday. I think I'm like halfway through it, or I've got like 3 tracks left, I think.
To be fair, this year has been so much better for music than last year. My God. Because I told Toby that I didn't finalize my number 1, like, because it could have been anything, until November, maybe even the first week of December before we recorded. And I've already got 4 solid contenders. It's not like, what am I going to pick for number 1, because nothing's jumping out at me. No, there is so much more stuff jumping out at me this year. So that has been awesome.
I've had 2
last year was
I've
rough.
had 2 artists. I've had 2 artists. One of them you'll recognize me talking about for sure. Actually, you probably recognize me talking about both, because I've been talking about Black Braid for like the past several weeks. He just fucking released a single. So now I'm thinking, oh shit, maybe he's got an album coming out by the end of the year. And if that's the case, it might be a contender, because I have been fucking with his Black Braid 1 and Black Braid 2 albums a lot. Like, they are just fucking amazing albums, and if he releases an album that sounds anything like those 2, it's in my top 5 for sure. Like, it will be in my top 5, hands down. And then the other band, Insephirum, just put out a single as well.
Oh, okay.
They just released a single like a couple days ago, and I was like, I think it was a couple days ago. But I was like, dude, is Insephirum releasing a whole fucking album too? No fucking way. It's called Winter Storm Vigilantes, and it's actually really fucking fun. It's a really fun
Oh,
song. So
that one's been out for a while.
is it?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure
Just
I
says-
can't remember
June. It did come
yeah,
out in June.
I know we talked about that because I know I listened to it a while back.
Maybe I spaced on it or something because I just listened to it. I thought the other day. I thought that was the first time I'd heard it, but maybe I'd listened to it a while back and I just forgot. I don't know, but
Well, another album that is coming out later this month that it does have strong possibility of being number one because they were number one in 2020 and they were number two in 2017. Seether.
oh yeah.
Because the surface seems so far, which I love that artwork so much that they have for the album. That's coming out September 20th, and the two songs that they put out so far, I really, really dig. So I'm hoping that'll round out my top five, but then also I'm still holding on to hope that we could possibly get Silver Scream 3 in either November or December, because if they drop something at Silver Scream Con this year, like a single, maybe we'll get an album in November or December. And so I'm seriously sick of bands like, man, yeah, we got an album coming out. 6 months. Here we go.
Yeah.
And we're going to release a track every freaking 3 weeks. It's like, no. Like, I don't want to be completely surprised, like, stage style. Give me a little time to let it simmer and build up my anticipation. But a couple months at the most, you know.
Yeah.
Not like half a fucking year.
Well, Trivium is due for an album. I know they released two, like, pretty much back to back, but they're due for another album soon.
Oh, probably next year.
But yeah, they don't ever announce their shit. They just release it. Like with the Court of the Dragon, they fucking released a single. Nobody fucking knew they had anything out. They were just like, hey, here's a single. Here's another one. Boom. And then I mean, obviously once the singles came out, they were like, okay, well, album's set to be around this time or whatever. But they didn't tell anybody that they were going to release singles like some people do. Like some people are like, okay, there's an album coming out here this month, and that's just when you expect there to be singles at some point, you know, between now and that month that they're coming out.
Even within the Court of the Dragon, there was still a 3-month gap before, like, from single to album.
Yeah, that's fair.
So that's why I'm saying I know a month or two is really pushing it for Ice Nine Kills, and more than likely it's going to get pushed to next year. I'm still holding out hope for what the Dead Men say for Trivium, for instance, there was just under 2-month gap. So I'm really hoping we get Silver Scream 3 this year, but also at the exact same time, Breaking Benjamin still, it has been 6 fucking years since they have put anything out.
Well,
and this wait for Breaking Benjamin is getting to be ridiculous. At least last time we had to wait not as long as this one. There was legal issues going on with the band, so that made sense. It literally does make no sense. So
does Welcome to Horrorwood count as the home for the song about, like, what album does that last song they just released come out on?
Meet and Greet?
Meet and Greet, yeah. That's not on Silver Scream 2.
That would be like deluxe edition.
Is it?
Welcome to Horrorwood Under Fire Deluxe Edition.
Under Fire. Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah, well, one thing that sucks though is, like, there was a 3-month gap between Hip to Be Scared and Silver Scream 2. So I don't think Silver Scream 3 will happen this year. If they're doing Silver Scream 3, I should say. So, I hope they do, but I don't think it's going to happen this year, which sucks. And then All That Remains is lurking in the background, which I want to be excited for that, but realistically, I
could have swore they I could have swore All That Remains said that their album was going to be out by now, didn't they?
I think so,
I thought they said that the album was coming out in August. I thought, but
well, I read this interview with Phil not too long ago, and he said that basically they're gonna stage it. Like, oh, we're not gonna tell people. It's just gonna be out one day. And it's like, how does that work out good for you? Because none of your singles that you have released have really garnered any kind of like excitement or enthusiasm. And dropping a surprise album, that did not work for Avenged Sevenfold, given the album wasn't good.
Yeah.
That didn't work for them, and they are a much bigger band. How in the hell do you think it's going to work for you? Like, I don't know. It makes no sense. I bet you
if Ice Nine Kills released a surprise album, it'd be great.
Oh, yeah.
That would get enough listens for years.
But Ice Nine Kills hasn't put out Madness, The Order of Things, Victim of the New Disease, to lower because basically everything since Fall of Ideals has just been a steady decline.
Yeah. And I think Ice Nine Kills has pretty much put out a better album every year.
Yeah, they're trending the exact opposite way. So Ice Nine Kills could drop a surprise album. And
even though Silver Scream and Silver Scream 2 are pretty close in my book, because I love both of them like a lot, I still think that Silver Scream 2 might be an inch higher for me, but maybe.
That's definitely a topic for another time. Or wait, hold on.
Oh yeah, we'll be talking about that for sure. On a different album versus as well, but this album versus is about what band, Derek?
One of our favorites.
Another one.
Trivium!
We were just talking about. They seem to get brought up every video that we are.
Trivium gets brought up every episode because we love them and they are amazing.
Yeah.
So it shouldn't be a shocker that we want to talk about their albums, more in particular,
two of their best albums.
Yeah, two of their best albums, Ascendancy and Shogun.
Oh yeah. Now Derek,
which camp do you fall into?
Derek and I have had this conversation a couple times where we've both agreed that both of these albums are phenomenal. But
there is no wrong choice.
But I have, for the longest time, always liked Shogun more, and Derek has always liked Ascendancy more. But I will admit, I have gone to Derek and Toby both and been like, man, I don't know. There's some days where Ascendancy hits different. And I love both of them, don't get me wrong. I love just about everything Trivium's ever put out. There's plenty of stuff that I like more than other stuff, of course, but I don't think there's an album that I dislike.
There hasn't been an album where I've just outright called dog shit.
Yeah. Like, Trivium's always put out something good, regardless.
Yeah.
But I guess we will find out today which one I truly prefer over the other.
Yeah,
even if it is ever so slightly more.
One thing I'll say before we get started in this is some songs it was a pretty wide margin. Like a few. Like we'll say two of the matchups was a very wide margin.
Yeah.
The rest of them though would seriously be like a 9-6 versus a 9-5.
Yeah.
So
I'm gonna be honest with you though. This outcome happened I think because of the pairings.
Yeah.
I feel like if some of these pairings were slightly adjusted, this would have been a lot more even of a matchup. And my numbers would have been a little bit closer than they are, unfortunately, with this one.
Like, because I'm looking at one right now, and I'm like, man, this was seriously like a 9.552 versus a 9.551. Like, how one of these matchups, I was like, damned if I pick this one, damned if I pick this one. So
okay, I think I know which one you're talking about, but I could be wrong.
I would say I think I know which one. Let me know which one you think it is.
Well, there's one in particular that I also was like, I think it's the only one that I really, really struggled on. So I think that's the one I think you're thinking of.
Yeah,
there was a couple that I thought were pretty close, like you said, but that one, the one I think you're thinking about, is the one that I also was like, fuck, really?
I will definitely let you know when we get to it, or you can guess it before we even throw out picks. Like, I'm down with that.
Okay.
Because this was like.
I'm just gonna throw. I'm gonna say right now. I'm just gonna put it out there into the ether. You don't have to tell me until you get to it.
I'm blocking my mouth just so I hide my expression. Go ahead.
Okay. I think it is number 4, Ascendancy versus Into the Mouth of Hell We March. I think. Personally, that was the hardest one for me. In my humble opinion, I think that was the hardest one for me. Because I know one of these in particular, you can't fucking stand the song. So I know that one wasn't hard for you. I think.
I think I know which one you're talking about with that one. Yeah.
That was the obvious one for me, but
the super duper close one. No, it wasn't number 4.
Really? Interesting.
Yeah, it wasn't number 4. Before we get started, obviously there was an odd number of tracks because Ascendancy has 12, Shogun has 11. But considering the end of everything is more or less just an intro to Rain.
Yeah.
Those two have been lumped together, so it's out of 11.
Yep.
Okay.
That means one is going to be in the or the end of everything and Rain versus Kirisuit Gomen. So
yes.
Just to be clear on that one. Also, I don't think there's any rules other than these are opinionated, obviously, so this is all what Derek prefers and what I prefer and so forth. So it's the first track versus the first track, second track versus second track, third track versus the third track. So yes, there are some of these that are probably a bit unfair, just because of the matchups that they are. Like, in my personal opinion, Ascendancy, Into the Mouth of Hell We March are 2 damn good songs that are just, like, I love both of those songs a lot. So picking one was hard as fuck for me. But other ones, like Dying in Your Arms versus The Calamity, might be a lot easier for me and Derek, whether you like the songs or don't like the song. And you have a very strong good one and a very bad version or bad song in comparison and so forth. So who knows? We will see. But I will tell you that my outcome was way, way more of a difference than I thought there was going to be.
Yeah, mine.
It's not a very even matchup on this one, unfortunately.
I think I can definitely guess which side you leaned more to, but mine was closer than I actually thought it would be. So that made it a little more intense. Yeah. So.
Well, I thought that this was going to be pretty even because, like I said to you, like I've said to Toby, I have listened to both of these albums countless times, like over the past several years, so many fucking times. And every single time I listen to it, I'm like, okay, I really like Ascendancy a lot. This might be my favorite Trivium album. But then I'll listen to Shogun again. I'm like, nah, I like Shogun more. But then I'll listen to Ascendancy, and I'm like, oh, fuck, why is it so damn hard? I just like both of them. Can they just be the same album? You know what I mean? But anyway, we'll see which one takes the cake at the end of this album versus Ascendancy versus Shogun. Derek, do the honors. Yes. Number 1.
Number 1, The End of Everything / Rain from Ascendancy versus Kirisuit Gomen from Shogun. And it is Kirisuit Gomen.
Yeah, okay.
Like
take their fucking heads.
Oh my god. And one of the things that made... the thing that made this the easiest was... And it's not like I haven't seen them play Rain live, but when they were touring for Shogun, and I got to see them open with Kirisuit Gomen.
Lucky bastard.
Oh my god. Just, you want to talk about one of the best shows and performances. I love Kirisuit Gomen. It is in my top... Bastard. It's in my top 5 favorite Trivium songs, and that's not a knock against Rain, because Rain's freaking awesome too.
Oh yeah. The End of Everything is a really cool intro, actually.
Yeah, no, it is a really great cool intro. But this one was definitely one of the ones that wasn't close, and both songs were good. I will say that.
I agree. It was a Kirisugamen for sure. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about that one.
Yeah.
All right. Number 2, Pull Harder on the Strings of Your Martyr versus Torn Between Scylla and Charybdis. Did I say that wrong? I think I did. Probably.
Charybdis.
Charybdis. Okay. Yeah. I literally always fuck that up.
Oh no, there's yeah. It makes sense.
The fucking it's Greek, I'm assuming, and Greek names are always fucked up, or Roman. They're always like very difficult to say for some reason. But
yeah.
Anyway, I chose Pull Harder on the Strings of Your Martyr. That was my choice.
Same here.
It's a damn good song.
Yeah, so Pull Harder was one of the songs in Trivium's very early discography, because by the time I was listening to Trivium, The Crusade just came out. And
Same.
Pull Harder was one of the ones that was just like, oh god, like if anything, it pulled me in more.
Yeah.
Once again, Torn Between Scylla and Charybdis is a fucking banger and a half, but I let nostalgia pick this one very easily, because yeah, Pull Harder's just it's too good.
It hits different. It hits different for sure. I love Pull Harder.
Okay. Number 3. Drowned and Torn Asunder from Ascendancy versus Down from the Sky from Shogun. This one was Drowned and Torn Asunder. If I'm being 100% honest, I like Down from the Sky. This was one of the... because there is another lopsided matchup. I've just never been that big on Down from the Sky.
Yeah.
And honestly, seeing them later, like in 2016, and they're still playing Down from the Sky and like not playing Kirisuit Gomen or Into the Mouth of Hell We March. Like, cut Down from the Sky, guys. Like, just let it go. Play one of those 2 other songs, please, for the love of God.
Yeah. I would get way more hype for Into the Mouth of Hell We March or Kirisuit Gomen than I would ever get for Down from the Sky. And that's not a knock, because it's a good song. But
it is good.
But it's not Into the Mouth of Hell We March or Kirisuit Gomen.
Yes.
That's for sure.
100%. There are better songs to play off of Shogun than Down from the Sky. And if people take offense to that, piss off. I don't know.
Just how it is.
Yeah.
If you're a Down from the Sky stan, let us know in the comments, and I'm going to tell you why you're wrong.
Yeah. Especially compared to the other 2.
Yeah, I also picked Drowned and Torn Asunder.
I figured.
But, number 4, Ascendancy, the self-titled song from the album, versus Into the Mouth of Hell We March. I picked Into the Mouth of Hell We March. This one was tough for me because I fucking love Ascendancy. I think it's a fucking awesome song. Super fun. Love listening to it. I'll never skip it. But dude, Into the Mouth of Hell We March is just, it's one of those songs that's so fun to sing along to and like just get fucking crazy pumped for and shit that I had to.
So ultimately, if I were to put 2 numbers to explain this, it would be like a 9-3 versus a 9-1. This one was close. Not as close as the other one. But, yeah, Into the Mouth of Hell We March, literally, like, it gets me pumped to go into battle knowing that I am going to die. That there is 0% chance that I will walk out of the battle. But I'm like, fuck it, let's go.
Yep. Nothing else to live for, but you're gonna go out with a fucking bang, dude.
Even if I had everything to live for, like if I had the choice of life or going into this battle of death, and somebody played Into the Mouth of Hell We March, I'm still probably choosing Death Battle. Dear God, the fucking ship is sinking.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah. Agreed.
Okay, so we are 4 for 4. And
this is weird.
I'm kind of shocked, if I'm being 100% honest.
Yeah, I'm a little shocked myself. I mean, not really. I guess between the ones that we have so far.
I am fairly confident we're gonna break the streak, right? here, though.
Do you think so?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure, actually.
Okay.
Or if not, here in the next couple. But we have A Gunshot to the Head of Trepidation off of Ascendancy versus Throes of Perdition from Shogun, which is a banger and a half and badass live. But
Oof.
a Gunshot to the Head of Trepidation was the first song that I heard by Trivium that ultimately set me on this path. So I could not pick it.
Damn. Yeah, no, I don't have the nostalgia for that song or the sentiment to that song like that. So I went with Throes of Perdition. I fucking love Throes of Perdition a lot. So.
Oh yeah, no, I that's why I was saying I was fairly confident the streak was going to break there.
Dude, A Gunshot to the Head of Trepidation is really fucking good though. Dude, none of these songs are bad. I listen to all of them. I listen to all of them on repeat, but.
I was freaking trimming outside today, and yeah, I mean, I was just getting it listening to Gunshot. Like, oh god, yeah, so good.
Yeah, it's a banger. It is a banger and a half. Okay, number 6, Like Light to the Flies versus Insurrection. I picked Insurrection. It's just heat, man. It's heat. It brings everything that you need to a Trivium song, and it just does it very well.
This was the hard matchup for me.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
I love both of these songs.
I mean, yeah, that's fair.
This is legit like they're both top fivers. This is a 4 versus a 3.
I love both of these songs, but this was not anywhere close to as hard as Ascendancy versus Into the Mouth of Holy March.
Oh, dude, this one was rough for me because I've always loved Like Light to the Flies, like always.
Yeah,
I've loved that song, and for some reason, a lot of Shogun didn't click with me earlier on. I don't know why. I mean, we got there, so don't worry. It's not an issue now by any means. But Insurrection is one of my more favorite songs off of Shogun. But I still picked Like Light to the Flies.
Damn.
I love fucking screaming it. I love singing it. It's so fucking fun. I just couldn't not pick it. Same with Gunshot.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
All right, number 7, and possibly the most lopsided fucking thing on this matchup. Dying in Your Arms off of Ascendancy versus The Calamity from Shogun. I have never been big on Dying in Your Arms because this album just screams awesomeness, and then there's just this one not so great, definitely meant for radio single sandwiched in the middle of it. So The Calamity, like you could have put No, you did not.
Yes, I did.
What?
I've never really vibed with The Calamity. It's probably
what?
The Calamity is my least favorite song on Shogun.
What?
Yes, it's my least favorite song on Shogun.
Okay. Good. All right. Dying in Your Arms versus Down from the Sky. Who's got it
Down from the
in
Sky.
that matchup?
Down from the Sky.
Yeah. My point is, I could literally put any song off of Shogun versus Dying in Your Arms. Shogun wins 11 times out of 11.
For me, 10 times out of 11. Because The Calamity is the only song on Shogun that I would have not, or that I would have not picked versus Dying in Your Arms.
Damn, that one threw me for a loop. I figured for sure you were going Calamity, just because...
I don't know what it is about Calamity. I don't know why. I just, for some reason, out of the rest of the album, that is the only song that just does not stick out to me. Like, there's not like I'm looking through them like right now, just trying to think of other songs that I just don't. I love the whole album, even the Calamity. That's one of the songs, the only song really on Shogun that I don't immediately think about at all.
So basically, you're telling me that, like, if you're, which I'm definitely taking, you're still 100% Team Shogun. I'm Team Ascendancy for this analogy. The exact same song in this matchup, we feel the exact same about. Like, because you're like, oh, I never got into Calamity. It's like, oh, I never liked Dying in Your Arms.
Yeah.
So that's just, damn.
That's just how it is. Okay. I don't mind Dying in Your Arms. I think it's an okay song. It's not their best by any means, but I like it.
Yeah. It's not.
They've got plenty of other songs that are a landslide better than Dying in Your Arms, obviously, but
yeah.
I don't know, I like it. It's fun.
I still think I'd probably pick like even Built to Fall over that. And it's basically Dying in Your Arms 2.0 in my mind.
I like Built to Fall as well.
Like I don't know, like the singles that are just meant like, yeah, we're gonna push these ones to radio. I'm just like they're good. Like I'm not. I know it's definitely coming off like I'm shitting on it. But compared to everything else, if you're rocking like 8s and higher, and you pump out a 7, it's still, you know, not as good, but still good. But anyways, moving on.
Yeah. No, I don't know. It's a weird, like, it's a very weird matchup that specifically that song happened against Dying in Your Arms, because, like we've already established, any of the other songs on Shogun I would have probably picked over Dying in Your Arms. But yeah, the Calamity is just that. It's just that one song on the album that I'm just like, all right, it's on, whatever. But at least Dying in Your Arms, my bitch ass to sing along to it.
Yeah. Well, that's one of those songs that, like, if I'm singing along with it, I apparently have zoned out, because obviously, you know, I know all the words to it. It's not, like, hard to memorize those words, and I'm like, what are you doing? Like, you know you're not the biggest fan of this song. Why? No, don't.
It's because it's catchy.
and then next song, and then all is back to normal.
Yeah. Speaking of the next song.
Yep.
The Deceived versus He Who Spawns the Furies. I picked He Who Spawns the Furies.
Man, streak continues. I picked The Deceived.
Oh no. He Who Spawns the Furies slaps so
Deceived
hard.
slaps.
Yeah, it does, but not
so
more
hard.
than He Who Spawns the Furies.
Not more than The Deceived.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
It is very good.
It is very good.
He Who Spawned the Furies.
The Deceived.
I don't get it, but okay.
Okay, so we started off... I don't get it.
Shut the fuck up.
Shut the fuck up. We started off 4 for 4. Now we're 4 for 8.
This is gonna be weird if, like, we have exact opposite. No, because you said yours was closer than you thought.
Yeah, and you said yours was a little more not.
Yeah.
So I definitely see where yours is starting to go.
Yeah.
And I'm in no way, shape, or form shocked, as you shouldn't be shocked about mine either. Even though I will say I am shocked about Dying in Your Arms. But anyways, okay.
I don't know, man.
We have got Suffocating Sight off of Ascendancy versus Of Prometheus and the Crucifix from Shogun. Of Prometheus and the Crucifix from Shogun.
Correct.
Yeah. Oh yeah. This one wasn't a hard one, but it also wasn't super easy like Dying in Your Arms.
Agreed. But for the opposite reason. All right. Number 10. The Departure off of Ascendancy. Departure off of Ascendancy versus Like Callisto to a Star in Heaven off of Shogun. Like Callisto to a Star in Heaven. is my pick. What you got?
Like Callisto. Yeah.
To a star in heaven. Dude, it's so good. It's so good.
It is. It is. Do not get me wrong, Departure. I dig it. I love it, but like Callisto that was one of the songs that when Shogun, like when I was listening to it, the ones that jumped out immediately, Kirisu Gomen, Into the Mouth of Hell We March. Like I said, Insurrection and Throes of Perdition took a while to kind of settle on me, but like Callisto to a Star in Heaven was one of the main ones that definitely kept me interested in the album while the rest of it was still taking its time to develop.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I've always just really loved like Callisto to a Star in Heaven. It's always been a honestly, so was Torn Between Scylla. That was another one that I just gravitated to. Even though I know I picked Pull Harder, but honestly, that's a way harder matchup. But
yeah, that's a much closer matchup. Yeah.
Yeah, just a fun song, man. Fun song. Anyway, what we got for number 11?
Number 11, closing it out. We have Declaration from Ascendancy versus Shogun from. I'll let you go ahead and guess what album it's from.
In Waves.
Ball. I went Declaration.
No, Shogun.
Yeah, no, I knew what you were gonna pick.
Shogun, the self-titled track on Shogun is probably in my top 5 favorite Trivium songs. Like, I love Shogun a lot.
Yeah.
Like, the track itself. I mean, I love the album too, but Shogun, the track is just. I've listened to it so many fucking times, it's not even funny. I love the song.
No, I could have went through and just guessed your list beforehand, and I think I would have came out about 8 out of 11.
No.
Because once again, Dying in Your Arms, I would have got that one wrong 10 times out of 10. But
I don't know, man, I like it. It's fun. It's all right.
Yeah, no, it's not like Shogun's a bad song, because it's an 11-minute little ditty, and then Declaration is a 7-minute ditty. They're both awesome closers for the album.
Yeah.
But even today, because this one was my last one to like really finalize my list. And so I was listening to it when I was trimming, and yeah, Declaration was just hitting me harder this morning. So that's ultimately the reason why I ended up picking it.
Yeah, Declaration's a banger. Both of these albums are just bangers through and through, but I don't know. I've always loved Shogun a lot. I love Ascendancy a lot as well. I've grown to like it way more than I did, because I used to think that Shogun was easily my favorite Trivium album by a landslide, no competition, but the more I've listened to Ascendancy, the more I understand why people love it so much, and I am right up there with you. Like, I fucking love Ascendancy quite a bit, and even though my score was 3 for Ascendancy and 8 for Shogun, I don't think it would have been this close had this far apart had some of these other ones been matched up with some other ones. So
yeah, mine ended up 6 for Ascendancy, 5 for Shogun. That's
close.
Yeah, that goes to say a lot, especially considering, like I said, any time that we talked about this years in the past,
yeah,
the way I talked was that Ascendancy was miles ahead of Shogun. But actually breaking them down and going track by track, that's why I was shocked, because I was like, damn, this is much closer than what I would have honestly thought before I'd ever made the list.
Right.
So, that's just, in my mind, a testament to how good both albums are. Because there were some gimmies on both sides that sucked. Or not sucked, I shouldn't say that. That weren't near as good. But the rest of it, you could have flipped a coin for some of these to determine. Because like Light to the Flies and Insurrection, the hardest matchup I had, because I fucking love Insurrection, but damn, I love Light to the Flies just that little smidge more.
Yeah.
I guess what people should take from this is both albums are great, and if you haven't listened to them or listened to them in their entirety, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Like, you need to experience these albums, and not just these albums either. Fucking In Waves, Sin in the Sentence, In the Court of the Dragon, their entire discography is just great.
Oh,
Just so good. That's why they're one of my favorite bands. And
same.
I cannot wait until next year, because we'll talk very, very little bit about this, because it's not a Shogun 25th anniversary tour. It's not that, is it? Or 20th anniversary tour.
No.
It's an Ascendancy 20th anniversary tour with Bullet.
It sure is.
And
we'll be talking about the Poison as well.
Oh, yeah. Well, we've already done it. We've already done it.
Yeah, but can we do... Are we able to do the Poison versus Ascendancy?
Shit.
Is that possible? How many tracks are on... Oh, we have it right here. Oh, no, it's 15. Fuck.
Was there 15?
Yeah.
Check act.
I've got it right
Check
here.
act. Was that... part of me...
Oh, no, because this was...
Wasn't that 13?
Because it has... this has bonus tracks on it.
Yeah, because it had to match up with Scream Aim Fire, which...
Are we able
check
to
that
do...
video out.
Are we able to do bonus versions of anything? Hang on.
Washing Me Away with the Tides, I think.
Ascendancy...
Yeah, if we do the
Special
United Kingdom
editions?
Special Edition...
Has 16 songs.
No, the United Kingdom Special Edition has 13. And then the Poison has the Poison has 13.
Which one had 15?
Because
we've got one that had 15 on it, because that's what we did for the...
Hold on a second.
Versus.
My eye itches.
Deluxe?
Could have been one of them.
The Poison Deluxe has 17 songs.
Looks like I need to go back through and rewatch that and figure out exactly where we were coming from with that. Because, yeah, I think the U.S. Deluxe Edition has... It technically has 17, but I think, Shucked, Welcome Home.
Yeah.
And then the Tears Don't Fall acoustic. So then that left us with 7 Days, My Fist, Your Mouth, Her Scars as the other two that made it 15.
So, Ascendancy Special Edition has 16. We can just cut the Dying in Your Arms radio. We have 15 songs.
Oh no, we might as well include that since you love it so much.
Hey, that's the radio edit. That's not the same.
Hey, and you know what? If we... Well, hold on a second. Okay, we just need to end this and discuss this whole other thing. Just know that something else is definitely in the works that could be very interesting.
Oh, yeah.
To do. We could still pull off. Yeah, but anyways, okay.
Anyway, thank you all for watching. Make sure you hit the like button if you like this video. Make sure you let us know down in the comments below which one had more on your end. Which one is better? Do you think Ascendancy is better? Do you think Shogun is better? Tell us why. Tell us which songs beat out other songs. Let us know. Let's have a conversation. And just let us know why Trivium is just fucking amazing and just puts out banger tracks all the goddamn time. And yeah, we'll see you in the next one. Make sure you sub if you want to see any more content like this or any of the other stuff we have on the channel, because we have a ton of stuff, including some solo stuff with Derek. He's been putting out some movie reviews solo. I'm going to be putting out, hopefully, a Silver Scream 2. No, this is Silver Scream 3, I think. So, yeah, Silver Scream 3 convention, Silver Scream convention video on my own on this channel as well. So stay tuned for that. Make sure you are subbed so you don't miss that stuff, and we will see you guys in the next one. Peace.
Have a good one.